for billionaires and narcissists and adult orphans for some reason.
All right, She-Hulk review.
Yes.
Finally.
I mean, just came out.
I know, but finally, I'm actually back in the boom boom boom.
I mean, what we should be saying is that finally you're here within a timely manner, so that way we can talk about something that just recently released.
All right, so She-Hulk came out last week.
Right.
I finally got a chance to see it, and I want to talk about it now. So okay. I want you to go first. So we're gonna go goods, bads, but go ahead. I want to hear. I have been wanting to hear what you were gonna say about this thing because we were like so judgmental on those first trailers when it looked like Fiona from freaking Shrek, and you know, you had this like, you know, all these freaking people talking trash about the special effects and all this. Then you compound that with all of the stories about the Marvel abuse on the visual effects teams and all this other stuff. So now finished product is here. Go for it. What did you think about She-Hulk?
They need some more abuse. The freaking awesome. No, okay. It's the CGI got better. It didn't get great, but it got better. I mean, there's still some scenes where you like look at her and it's just kind of like, ooh, okay. I wish they had a little bit more time to work on that, but that's fine. We're gonna talk about the goods. So what the goods? The goods that I like about the show, at least in the first episode, is that it definitely doesn't take itself seriously. Obviously, being a legal comedy, like Ally McBeal.
Ally McBeal.
Yeah.
Good. Good comparison.
And mixed with a little bit of Deadpool. Well, but even Alec McBeal was fourth wall breaking too, right?
Yes.
So we're just gonna say Alec McBeal.
Alec McBeal, yeah.
We're gonna say Alec McBeal. But it's really cool. I can't remember the girl who they have cast for her. I think it was actually
Tatiana.
She was from Orphan Black, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. I think it was a great cast. I think she does well from what she does. She works really well with. I'm still really bad with names. The guy who plays Hulk.
Ruffalo.
Thank you, Mark Ruffalo.
How do you?
She works really well with Mark Ruffalo, and this first episode really just takes place with them.
Yeah.
So
Tatiana Maslany.
Okay,
I
so
hope I said that
I
right.
remember she was in Orphan Black. I should be giving props for that. I remember she was in Orphan Black. How many people watched Orphan Black? Exactly.
Okay.
But anyway, I think they play off each other really well. I think the dynamic that they have, the chemistry that they have, is really, really great. I think she's funny. I think she's very quick-witted. It's like the comedy they gave her is very fast-paced, and she's snapping. She's a Tony Stark. Like her little snarkiness comes off really, really well, and she's always got an answer for everything they does. They kind of tie it up in the fact that like she's smart because she's a lawyer, so she's gonna be quick-witted like that. But I think it really, really works well. They really fast forward through her origin, even though like the beginning of her origin story is stupid, and I assume they're going to explain it a little bit more as we get further on to the series. But I love the fact that we didn't spend like 3 episodes trying to explain how she became She-Hulk, and they really went fast into it. They were like, hey, this happens, and then now I'm She-Hulk, and then I'm trying to learn how to be She-Hulk. I already got it. So let's go ahead and keep moving forward. So now when we get to episode 2, whenever we post a review on that, whenever we get to episode 2, it's going to be like, all right, let's tell the rest of the story that we want to tell for the season, as opposed to me like, oh, dude, we gonna move past this? So yeah, she's green. She's taller and she can't wear regular clothes. She gotta wear spandex and so on and so forth. So I really liked all of that. So like the montage, how you become a Hulk and how you deal with your powers and dealing with your rage and stuff like that. Like I said, I like the fast forwarding through that. Those are the big. I mean, it's one episode, so we're gonna get a lot out of the show. Right, so those were the goods of it.
Okay, and pretty much I agree with you on everything. I think.
And the last joke, if you wait,
the post-credit scene.
That was a perfect joke, and it was like they set it up, and you didn't realize you were gonna get an answer to it until they give you the answer. You're like, ah, perfect. You guys did great.
But her response, her response to the joke, to the whole thing was awesome. Tatiana was great. She's fantastic. I think they casted the right person for the role. And yes, her chemistry with Ruffalo was great. I mean, you would really think that they were cousins.
Yeah.
They were so good together.
Yeah. She was like up top, and he was like, "That's gross. We're cousins."
I think there's a lot of things that I really liked about it as far as her. She was great. The comedic timing was fantastic. She's,
we're going to need her to be the best part of it because it's her show.
It's her show.
Yeah.
But how she is pretty much how she's dealing with these gifts, and both the comedic and the frightening side of it, to know, you really don't know what your power is,
right?
So you don't know what what you're capable of. You don't know, as far as what the anger can do to you. You have no idea. So she plays both sides.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that whole that duality of it. Her accepting her new powers. Okay, great. The thing that I liked about it too was they had a lot of sentimental references to Tony Stark. They did.
They mentioned quite a bit, and they didn't like hover on it and like, oh, Tony's gone.
But no, but when we talk about the you just see how much.
Like he meant to them, right?
Yeah, how much it meant to him, and then how much,
especially to Banner. It was like his whole life is based on a lot of things that he did with Tony,
right? From
where he trains her at to like things that he worked on with Tony. Right. Like, me and Tony made this, or like with the bar, it's like me and Tony built this.
Yeah, but he got drunk.
He got drunk. I built it. He got drunk, or like I got this whole island because Tony bought this for me.
Right, that's what I'm talking about. So that, I mean, you really
a lot of reverence for Banner as far as for Tony, so I get it, and it's like it's great to know that they haven't forgotten a character, because most times in things or properties where it was like, oh, we had like a main character die, and then like next episode we were like, oh, that guy, I forgot about him.
Oh, Thor,
exactly.
Thor, got it.
Yeah, Loki's gone. I forgot about Loki.
Oh yeah, even though I have a tattoo on my back, I'm really okay. But yeah, so that I thought that was really a good sentimental moment with when it came to Bruce, and seeing the after effects of Endgame, and then him being cured from Endgame, from his arm.
Right.
So that was cool too, that he got his strength back and all of that.
I was wondering if they were going to address that, and then boom, they knocked it out real quick.
Yeah, they did it too. But you're right though. It's almost like they got all those little details out of the way.
Yeah, because they knew that's where all the questions people were going to have about the show. So let's just go. And she even makes when the first time she fourth wall breaks, she was like, I know you're gonna have a bunch of questions, so let's just go ahead and get those out of the way right now. So boom, she even references like, I'm gonna answer all your questions right now.
And it also gives you a glimpse of what it could possibly be like when Deadpool comes back, when he comes into it.
That is a big thing, it's like, but
because Banner acknowledged that she was talking to somebody, but like, what do you like?
Oh, it was a perfect thing where it's like she like turns her head to talk to the camera, and he looks over and she just like turns back away to act like she didn't do it. So I think that's great. But now you can't specifically do it that way. So now they have to do something different. Because now
when Deadpool comes out?
Yeah. Because if you have him, if they approach all the fourth wall breaks the same way that she does it, then now it's just copying She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Even though it would kind of be the reverse, but it'd be too similar. It's like you don't want the characters to be exactly the same. Even though his is going to be a little bit more mature, I just think that they have to now approach it differently. But it does show us that Marvel is open to having that particular type of character.
Okay, all right. So that was the goods.
That was the good. So the bads.
The bads.
That's, I mean, how many times we talk about CGI?
You're gonna go with CGI. That's your bad.
That's literally. I mean, like I'm hoping I hope like somebody right now before the episode comes out, they're like sitting there like crunching numbers and typing stuff, man, and moving a mouse around or something like that, trying to make it look as best as they can before episode 2 come out. But it's one of those things that I think we're just going to have to accept. I think if the comedy continues to get more and more, and we really kind of like just kind of accept the character and just kind of go with what we got, I think we'll get past the bad CGI.
But I don't think Banner looked bad. I don't think the Hulk looked great.
So here's the thing: is that and I was thinking about that. Is that Banner has more texture in his face because he has like a 5 o'clock shadow, and there's a lot of ways they can hide some of the CGI. When you have a woman who's got a smooth complexion, and then it's just, if you smooth everything out, then it looks plasticky, it looks fake, right? So when you add in like some whiskers and some shadowy parts, some wrinkles, then it hides a lot of the CGI, and that's how we're more willing to accept it, because it looks more like something we would see. But with a woman, unless they want to get down and like show us pores, or you go ahead and say like she's got a huge scar on her face, we don't have any real texture to her face, which makes it come across that way. With more time, I'm sure maybe they could do it. Somebody put out there, they said that maybe they should put makeup on her when they're doing the motion capture of her face, so that way they don't have to digitally render the makeup on her face. That way they could just kind of just do the thing. I'm not a visual artist.
It was you're right though. It is very cartoony at times.
Because they're doing a smooth face, and with Banner, he has more texture to his face, and they can't really add the texture to her face outside of showing bigger pores or giving her a full beard. And I don't think that we're watching the whole bearded lady show, so I don't think that they can possibly do that. I think that we can just kind of get past it as long as the show is enjoyable. I think we can just move past that. It won't be a bigger thing. Where I struggle is that towards the end, when she fought Titania.
Oh, is that who that was?
I don't like how they did that fight scene. It was like, okay, cool. She gets to fight somebody, and they basically Godzilla it. We're like, hey, fight's over. So you didn't actually get to see her fight her, and I wonder if they were still trying to hide CGI because they look like they did fat suit on the girl who played Titania, and they did CGI for Jennifer Walters' She-Hulk, and I think maybe it didn't mesh well, so they were just like, I'm gonna show kind of a punch that doesn't really connect to anything, and then fight's over, and I think that's what they were really trying to do. So I hope that that's not how action scenes are gonna go with She-Hulk going forward in the rest of the show. That was a bad for me.
Okay, all right. I agree with you on that. Mm-hmm. For the first episode, as far as the bads, obviously, the CGI could have been better. It was better than what they gave us initially. You know, it wasn't
like the first trailer.
It wasn't an improvement from bad Sonic to good Sonic. It wasn't that much. I mean, if it wasn't like that much of an improvement, but you know,
maybe they should talk to the Sonic people. Yeah. And maybe they could fix all this whole shit.
They went from Fiona in Shrek 1
to Fiona in Shrek 2. Let's hope by episode 3 we got maybe we can get Shrek 4 Fiona. Shrek Forever is Fiona. Let's get there.
Let's get that one. Let's get Cameron Diaz in here.
Yeah. They should be talking to them. How did y'all do a green woman?
Call DreamWorks, please.
Yeah, how did you call DreamWorks? It's like, because we're trying to figure that out. But yeah, so I mean, that's like, it was one episode, so I don't have a lot of bads.
Yeah, it wasn't
CGI we all knew about, and then it was really the cutting up of a fight scene made me feel like they might be doing this to hide more bad CGI. And if that's the case, then it's gonna get rough. And most of the show is that she still has to, I know it's legal, procedural, comedy, blah blah, but she's still gonna have to fight somebody.
Well, one of my other bad is how they're characterizing the Hulk. Like, I know that he's smart Hulk right now,
right?
But you look at where he started in Avengers. Okay,
I think they're calling that one in Avengers Savage Hulk.
Right, but he's also technically Edward Norton Hulk.
Yes.
So when you
Incredible Hulk.
Yes, exactly. So how do you go from Incredible Hulk to still more or less being Incredible Hulk in Avengers to being what this version is?
I mean, this is the hybrid. This is what they chose to be the hybrid of him.
Yeah, so. But that's not.
So do you want him to be more ferocious, or is it the fact that She-Hulk was better at being a Hulk than he was in the episode?
That's a good point. And you know what? I never thought of it that way. But yes.
Okay.
Honestly,
but I think that was a conscious choice that they made because that's how they were gonna push her along faster. Because he's like, it took me like 20 years to get this, or did you say 15 years, or wait, a long time.
Yeah.
It took it took him like 15 years to understand, to get to his level of where he's at with the Hulk, and then she got it in like a couple of days. Right. So, and it was like, that's just one of the things. I mean, she basically read this from Force Awakens, where it was like, hey, it took you from being a Padawan all the way through adulthood to learn how to be a Jedi Knight. I got that in 2 days.
I didn't even have to go to Dagobah.
Give me a lightsaber, boom, 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 taking people out. So, I mean, I think it was a conscious choice that they made to do that to further it along.
What I did like too, I mean, I know we're going on bats right now, but was that they did continue a lot of the stuff from Incredible Hulk and brought it to this.
Right.
You know, they did the slap.
Yeah.
The slap.
I mean, she learned how to do that.
She learned how to do that with a little bit more.
Yeah.
Clapping. Is that what she was doing?
It was like he did it and it didn't move him back, so then she learned she could just do the.
Yeah.
Basically gave him a round of applause. Good job there.
Good job.
It's like, I'm not used to positive praise.
But I'm like really like starting to not like the direction they're going with them. I want to see. I mean, even Hulk in Ragnarok was better than this Hulk. Okay. I think that Thanos beat the Savage Hulk out. He beat his ass so bad. And then on top of that, didn't even get revenge.
Right.
Because he never got revenge on Thanos. Not even a freaking kick in the nuts. Nothing. He got not
he was
one
injured when Thanos showed up. He was injured. He
didn't have not one freaking good hit on him. Nothing. So Thanos kicked the savagery out of this Hulk.
I think that this is probably our only episode with Banner.
He's going to be in more. I don't think he's going to be in episode 2. Though.
I think it'll be like small cameos. I don't think that it's. I think that they really wanted to not make it. They wanted to show a reason for us to watch She-Hulk. Or to like, it's an impressive thing for this particular Hulk.
Her. They want to highlight
exactly.
her.
So, and I think that they're really gonna downplay him. And it was like, hey, he's just gonna kind of quietly step away, and they couldn't have him being like, oh, he's the better Hulk. And then I still gotta watch 6 episodes of this show. Why do I care now?
Is that how many episodes are?
I think it's 6 episodes in total. So there's 5 more left, right?
All right. So I know it hasn't happened yet, but eventually I'm going to because I saw snippets of what Tim Roth's Abomination is like now.
Oh yeah, I saw him kicking back and stuff. I didn't see what he looks like.
He's basically Korg.
Is he?
And that is not Tim Roth.
It's like his character is like funny.
Yeah, it's like real, like Korg. He sounds like Korg.
Well, once again,
no
comedy.
No, see, this
comedy.
This is where Marvel's effing up. Seriously, okay? You know, DC has all of the freaking properties, and they have all of the good writers and the darkness and everything that they can do well. And they
need to poach some of those.
They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. This one. They have everything, but they don't know how to keep it. Like, everything has to be a damn joke. That's why Thor sucked. So now...
I mean, what did you need this to be? Like Law and Order SVU? How dark do you need this show to be?
I need the characters that started off as dark to stay that way.
He been hanging out with Wong. How dark is he going to be after hanging out with Wong? He was fighting Wong just to have something to do.
Dude, I know. I think he's going to be part of the Thunderbolts. Okay?
Yeah.
So either they're setting that up.
Yes, they're definitely setting that up. It sucks that, Thunderbolt Ross is gone.
Yeah, true.
That sucks.
They're gonna change. I'm pretty sure they'll make somebody else.
They'll make what's her name from Seinfeld. She'll just take it over.
Who? Julie? She's like this little.
Yeah.
How's she gonna be Red Hulk?
I mean, she ain't gonna be Red Hulk, but she'll be leading the Thunderbolts.
Okay, well, I'll give you that. But who's gonna be leading the Thunderbolts? But anyway,
probably She-Hulk.
No.
Anyway, or the daughter. What's her name? Betsy
Ross?
Yeah, there you go. Because she's a Red Hulk, too. She was the Red She-Hulk.
Oh, really?
Comic knowledge, baby.
Very nice. Very nice. Anyway,
so she could probably lead it if they want to bring her.
I will give Marvel this because, Marvel's, to me, has been slipping a little bit. I mean, ever since Endgame finished, I haven't really seen anything that was just like,
okay,
it's a setup. It's a great setup. It's a great whatever.
Oh, as far as the Marvel property.
The Marvel properties in Phase 5. Okay, so you look at... Okay, let's go with... what was the first one that was for Phase 5?
Sure.
Black Widow.
Was that for Phase 5?
Yeah, Black Widow. Okay, so Black Widow. It's okay. It was okay. It was all right. It was nothing, It was after the pandemic, so that kind of sucked. Okay, fine.
They messed up Taskmaster.
Next one. Shang-Chi.
Okay.
Very good movie.
Very good movie. Yes.
Very good movie.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll give you that one. Okay, great. Next one was Eternals.
They killed
Complete
Death
miss.
Deal. I don't know why I killed Death
Eternals completely missed.
Okay.
Like there was
I don't think Eternals was as bad. I think y'all were expecting too much of Eternals.
Eternals is basically the Justice League.
It is.
Yeah, but it was not that good. It was okay.
The Justice League wasn't that good.
So the Zack Snyder cut.
Okay, well when Zack Snyder cut the Eternals, then we can talk about it. But anyway, so the Eternals, and then we got
now Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Great.
Okay, why?
Why?
Why was it a
great story? And I think we've grown to love.
Okay, name. Hold it.
Line.
Tom Holland?
Thank you. I was gonna say Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
Exactly. It's like we've grown to love him as Spider-Man. So it's like,
hold on, wait a minute. Okay,
right. Iron Man 3 made a bunch of movies, and that movie was garbage.
Iron Man 3 made money because it's the first movie after the first Avengers.
We had grown to love Tony Stark.
No, it was the first movie after Avengers.
Anyway, go on.
Anyway, so Spider-Man: No Way Home did not progress anything whatsoever. Nothing, because it was all about nostalgia. People went to that movie
and also
strictly for nostalgia.
Sony's little merger with Marvel, so they couldn't keep connecting.
I understand that.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that is why that movie was great.
Okay.
That is why that.
So we got 2 Maz and 2 greats. So where are we going with this?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep on. Okay, so after No Way Home, Doctor Strange.
Okay, Doctor Strange. I love Doctor Strange.
I love Doctor Strange.
All right, so we got 3 greats and 2 mans. Where are we going with this?
I'm not done yet. Okay, Miss Marvel sucked.
Some people, it's actually the highest viewed Marvel TV show.
That movie sucked.
I mean
that show sucked.
It's the highest viewed one.
The girl that plays Miss Marvel is fantastic.
It's the highest viewed one. It was a teen drama.
It was not a teen drama. It was not very good. But
highest viewed Marvel TV show.
WandaVision was great.
WandaVision was great.
Loki was great.
Loki was great.
You're
telling me all of this stuff is great, okay. And you got a couple of mans in there. What are we doing here?
Hold on. Just hold on. Okay. Tell me when it says it was not that good.
Wasn't that good.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Wasn't that good. Okay, I will give you that.
All right. I think that the reason why I'm saying that it's meh is because when you had one thing when we were in the Infinity Saga, we had one common thing in every single movie. Thor sucked. Anyway, but you have one single common thing.
Couldn't help but get that one.
This one has nothing. Like, you have no idea. Like, is it freaking? Where are we going? Is it?
No, this is gonna tie. Like they literally showed in the trailer. That's gonna tie to Daredevil, and this is gonna be.
But I know. But is it the multiverse saga? They keep calling it the multiverse saga, but is it really? Because
that's not what it's gonna do. They got
the government side. You got the government side.
Netflix was doing the more grounded. Like, hey, there's still problems on Earth outside of on Earth.
Welcome to Earth.
On Earth.
There's still problems on Earth. Outside of the multiverse and all the cosmic shit, there's like other things that still happen here. We need superheroes for this. So this is why it's gonna tie into Daredevil, why it's gonna tie into Punisher. Basically all the stuff that Netflix was trying to do before Marvel's like,
So Earth, so you got Earth. You got the Earth saga and the multiverse saga.
Exactly, right? So Netflix was doing some stuff and Marvel was like, whatever. And then like that failed and then Marvel was like, you know what would be good? If we do all the ground stuff thing, and then Netflix, hey, bitch, I was doing that. Y'all just said y'all didn't want to do that. We got a great idea now to go ahead and continue to do that. So now that they're doing it, they're going to go back to I think that's how they're going to tie back in Spider-Man into that level.
All right, you're right on the certain things that you said.
They exit him from this, and then they're going to bring him back in this.
And you're right on some of the things you said. You're right. Okay, but I think that the problem is that when you were looking at the Infinity Saga, you had nothing that kept you sidetracked.
Forget Iron Fist. Don't bring that back.
Yeah, no shit. But you had nothing to. You had nothing to. Yeah, you had nothing to distract you like a show. Now you have to constantly be keeping up from shows. It's like it's overkill. Like there's a little bit.
How far are we into the MCU? We're 5 phases into the MCU, right?
Yeah, we're like 10 years, 11, 12, 13, no, 12 years.
And now you want to talk about having to keep up with stuff?
But that's my
dude. We're always get into this.
It is always movies, strictly movies, and now we got to keep up with freaking TV shows too. And some of the TV shows.
So you didn't watch the Netflix either.
Really, like,
so you didn't watch the Netflix stuff. Huh? You didn't watch the Netflix stuff?
No, I didn't actually.
So that's why. Okay. I watched the Netflix stuff. I watched the Netflix stuff, the good and bad with it. I watched the Netflix stuff. I had to balance all that stuff. But I think the way that they're gonna do it is that it is going to be separate because it is in a big ordeal for people to keep up with most of that stuff. So now because we got the cosmic and the multiverse, and then we got the Earth. So CW was the more grounded stuff for DC, and then the Justice League was the higher stakes stuff. So that's how they separated they crossed over too, but whatever. But they separated it in that aspect, and I think this is how Marvel's gonna do it.
They're gonna that the Earth,
multiverse, Earth, multiverse. You ain't gotta watch both.
I just think that's my point.
I'm gonna pick Earth.
I just think it's
me and Will Smith.
I think some of them are just it's because it's all over the place. It's just not. It's like you can't really be invested. It's kind of hard to be invested in some of this.
I like how this was a review about She-Hulk.
It has a lot to do with She-Hulk.
Go ahead.
I know, right? It's She-Hulk / Marvel. Hey, Marvel. I don't care. Title it what you want.
Go ahead.
Anyway. I'm gonna give She-Hulk a chance, obviously.
Yes,
okay,
definitely.
I know that it's already. Episode 1 is actually better than all of Miss Marvel. I just want to say that.
I mean, depends on what you're looking for.
Just like episode 3 of Obi-Wan is better than the entire book of Boba Fett.
Depends on what you're looking for.
Terrence, take us home.
I just think Book of Boba Fett should have been 2 episodes.
It should have been a movie.
It should have been, yeah, basically, it should have just been a movie. But then people would be like, "Oh my god, you didn't give me all the background to it." All right, so yeah, we were talking about She-Hulk.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys subscribe, as well as click the notification button, so that way you're aware of all the other things that we do on the channel. Because I'm sure this video is going on way too long. And if you haven't already, make sure you buy some merch that he's wearing. I'm not wearing today. Make sure you go to our Teespring or to Amazon. It can be found on Amazon as well. Links for both websites will be below. And if you just want to give us money, please do so by going to Patreon. Patreon.com/thegoods. Anything, please. God, we're so broke.
Yeah. Hit me up on Twitter, on Instagram, and on TikTok. Hit him up on Facebook. He can answer, but it's all right. Hit him anyway. And you know what? Leave a comment below and let me know what you guys think about the state of Marvel. Because I really think that
On
it's
the
like
She-Hulk
all over
review
the
chat.
place.
On the She-Hulk review
yeah, that's
video.
right.
Tell
That's
us what
right.
the state of Marvel.
Tell us what the state of
On the
Marvel is on the
She-Hulk
She-Hulk
review
review.
video.
I don't care. Just put it down there on the bottom. Am I wrong? I think I'm right that the Marvel universe is all over the place. Anyway, for Aspen, Art, and Carlo over there, I'm Manny.
It's Aaron's.
We'll see you next time.
Guys, you're still with us? Great. I know it's the end of the year, and I know you guys are in the holiday spirit, the spirit of giving, right? So we're asking you to give us money. So if you look down below, you'll see where it says patreon.com/thegoods. Right there is if you have an excess amount of cash laying around. If you have not bought enough Christmas presents and you're wondering, who else can I bring joy to this year? Us. That's who you can bring joy to. Have you ever looked at us and you're like, man, they should get a better camera? You're right, because we don't have enough money to. You can help us do that. Patreon.com/thegoods. Help us out. We'd appreciate it. And you can be a part of the goods yourself.